Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Trey back again here, bringing down an MMA related videos. This time we're going to be doing a video prediction for UFC on Fox 2. It's going to be Phil Davis versus Rashad Evans. Pretty much, I'd say, for the #1 contendership at light heavyweight against Jon Jones. In other words, if Rashad wins this fight, he should get a title shot. If Phil wins this fight, I mean, it's not guaranteed, but I'd say he probably should get a title shot at that point. We also have Hendo, who's been sitting around though, so he's in the picture, you know, and he deserves a title shot too after beating in that amazing fight against Shogun. So, you know, who knows what'll happen, but definitely I think the winner of this deserves a title shot. I mean, Rashad's been waiting for like over a year for a title shot at this point. He deserves it. He deserves to get it. Hendo, he also deserves it too. So I don't know what they're going to do. I guess we'll have to see how everything plays out. But I definitely think the winner of this matchup should be the #1 contender, or #3, arguably, with Hendo. So how's this going to play out? Well, I'll do a prediction video for it. I'm going to do a prediction. So, you know, both of these guys are amazing wrestlers. They have some of the best wrestling in the light heavyweight division. You've got Rashad Evans, who, you know, I think he wrestled at Michigan State, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, he's, in terms of collegiate wrestling, he's not as accomplished as Phil Davis. I don't even think he's close, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure he's not even close. But his wrestling in terms of MMA and his athleticism, his speed, and his ability to take guys down and use his strength, he does very well in mixed martial arts with his wrestling. So I think in this situation, even though Phil Davis is a more accomplished wrestler and his pedigree of wrestling is higher than Rashad's, I think that wrestling is probably not going to be as big of a factor in this fight. I think we're going to see both these guys pretty much, you know, maybe get a few takedowns later on, but they're going to be standing with each other for most of the time. And as a result of them having to stand with each other, you know, who can you say has better hands out of the two? Well, I think Rashad has better hands than Phil. I really do. Phil throws a lot of kicks, and he throws some, you know, some. So he mixes it up a bit. He's got some good, you know, Muay Thai, if you want to call what he does Muay Thai. He's just got an interesting striking style. He's got a kind of like an off balance. You know, it's not very natural and it's not very smooth, but it's effective and it works. And he's not really a brawler, but he just throws a lot of looping kicks and straight kicks, and you know, he's just got an interesting striking style. So how's that going to fare against Rashad? Well, you know, we saw Rashad against Tito. He worked Tito pretty damn good. I mean, pretty damn good. You know, his boxing was great. Now, he did mess up his hands, so hopefully his hands are healed 100% by the time he faces Phil Davis. And if he breaks his hands in the fight, that could be a big issue for him. But definitely this should be an exciting matchup to see. And if I have to pick somebody, I got to go with Rashad. I really do, because I think his boxing's better. I think his stand-up is better. His quickness, his agility, his speed kills. I think you have to go with Rashad in this fight. But I will say that, you know, having been injured like that with your hands in a matchup where you have to use your hands, that could be a big problem. And if it is, you know, we could see Phil take this. And likewise, Phil Davis, you know, his wrestling, we might see Phil Davis really put his wrestling on Rashad and show us all that, you know, he really is an amazing wrestler, maybe the best in the light heavyweight division. If he does that, then, you know, I guarantee you Phil will win this fight, either by a decision or by a TKO, probably a decision. But in terms of odds and betting, I'd say if you're a betting man, I think you got to go with Rashad. His experience and his hands, his speed, his agility, I think he's going to be too much for Phil. But if Phil can take him down, Phil's going to win this fight. So that's Trev saying picking Rashad. Odds, I'd say probably about 60-40. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I'll see you for the next one later. Peace.